The social distancing requirements have given more power to the abusive partner.
Staying home might be effective at reducing the spread of COVID-19, but for many people experiencing domestic violence, it's not always the safest option.
In March, we began to see an increase, and our crisis line, which is now 24 hours, 7 days a week, has seen an increase at the peak of 415%. Now we're steady at a 300% increase.
On the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, Battered Women's Support Services released a video showing a behind-the-scenes look at domestic violence. The nonprofit is also reminding the community its crisis line is available at all hours every day.
We're seeing behind-the-scenes enactments of what is happening all over Vancouver, all over British Columbia, in houses and apartments where domestic violence occurs.
With a steep increase in calls, Battered Women's Support Services is pleading for more funding.
The work begins with the crisis line and it extends beyond the crisis line.
And the shocking amount of calls is caused by a number of factors.
What coronavirus has done, the social distancing mandates that we have, has created more isolation for victims living in their houses with their abusive partner.
Vancouver's Wish Drop-In Center Society supports women who work in street-based sex trade. Executive Director Mebrat Bayana says she's also noticed a similar uptick in reports of violence during the pandemic.
What we also saw, as most women's organizations have been reporting, is an increase of violence against women, both domestically and in other types of circumstances.
On the same day, a national report by Women's Shelters Canada shows an increase in the frequency and severity of domestic violence during COVID-19. Its executive director says, isolation is an abuser's dream. Shelters have been seeing more cases of survivors reporting controlling behavior and coercive control.
Housing precarity has increased. Safe places to isolate and safe places to just be, let alone safe spaces to access resources and services, have all been considerably reduced.
While it's important to acknowledge the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, advocates say more needs to be done year-round.
It's not enough to just have a day or 16 days of action. Yes, and what will we do on the 17th day? What will we do every other day of the year to address gender-based violence in a really systematic and systemic way?
Miranda Fatour, City News.